Good morning to all. I will just jump right in and start off with a brief on the policies and directives that really drove the development of the Caribbean Regional Oceanscape Project, or CROP for short. The OECS, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, was established under the Treaty of Bastille in 1981, and this treaty was revised in 2010. Article 4 indicates that member states should actually coordinate, harmonize, and undertake joint actions on matters related to the sea and its resources. There's also a protocol under this treaty, the Protocol of Eastern Caribbean Economic Union. And this protocol under Article 24 indicates that the member states must seek to implement the St. George's Declaration of Principles for Environmental Sustainability in the OECS. The foundation of this St. George's Declaration is actually an island systems management approach, which speaks to integrated planning from the ridge, the highest ridge, to the outer limits of the exclusive economic zone. So further, one of the goals of the St. George's Declaration is to sustainably manage coastal and marine resources in the Eastern Caribbean to optimize the potential benefits of a blue economy. Of note also is the Sustainable Development Agenda 2030, specifically Goal 14, Life Below Water, which speaks on the ocean matters. The principles, directives, and considerations laid out in all of these aforementioned policies are captured in the Eastern Caribbean Regional Ocean Policy. This document was approved by our heads of government in 2013, and it has an associated strategic action plan, which includes a number of priority actions, including actions to adopt an integrated approach, apply marine spatial planning, and to enhance the enabling environment itself. And it is this policy that the CROP, the Caribbean Regional Oceanscape Project, seeks to implement or contribute to part of its implementation in these areas. Next slide, please. Oh, we went back. Thank you. The CROP's overall objective is really to strengthen the capacity of the participating member states for ocean governance and marine spatial planning. It's a 4-year project that commenced late in 2017, and it's due to conclude in 2021. That is December of next year. There are 5 participating countries: Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Kitts and Nevis, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The institutional arrangements that support the CROP include a regional ocean governance team, which is a team of ocean governance experts with representatives from each of the OECS member states. And the team is tasked with leading the coordinating and coordinating ocean matters at the OECS sub-regional level. This team was actually established in 2012, so well before the CROP, and it has led the process to the CROP and continues to lead the process and will continue to do so post-CROP. Supporting this structure are national ocean governance committees. These have been established in member states. We have a few of those established so far, and they will serve as the key mechanism for intersectoral coordination and implementation of the national ocean policies, and for overseeing broader aspects of ocean governance relevant to their states. Next slide, please. Okay, so deliverables under the of the CROP include an enhanced e-CROP. We recognize that there were a number of new MEAs, such as the Paris Agreement, and there was also the 2030 development agenda that came after the e-CROP in 2013. And therefore, under the CROP, we revised the e-CROP, the Eastern Caribbean Regional Ocean Policy, to be in line with the 2030 agenda and some of these other more recent multilateral environmental agreements. We also are preparing national ocean policies and strategic action plans for each of the participating states, and these plans will be aligned with the ECROP itself, the regional policy. There are several knowledge products, including 5 ebooks, a primary school game, which is non-tech, so they're hard copies that we'll be delivering throughout the islands, and there's a secondary to tertiary level tech game, which is an online game, and we're due to release that on the Android, the Google Play Store shortly. And there's a short documentary on the blue economy matters in the OECS that will be released again on our website. And there's an online course on ocean matters that we're just in the process of finalizing. There's also the need, the countries have also recognized the need for information that is really specific to our region. And so we are looking to enhancing the TNC, the Nature Conservancy, TNC, so, mapping ocean wealth platform, sorry. This can be actually found on www.oceanwealth.org. We're looking to enhance the data on that platform so that there's more OECS relevant information available to decision makers. We're also creating what we're calling coastal and marine spatial plans, or coastal master plans and marine spatial plans. This also includes not only national coastal marine spatial plans, but a regional marine spatial planning framework, which may be a good place to ensure that there are linkages with the TNT's MSP efforts. We are currently engaging in a third round of national consultations to receive inputs on the draft coastal marine spatial plans, and we'll be moving to a validation stage in the first quarter of next year or so. Next slide. The coastal and marine spatial plans, they're still being finalized through consultations, but just to provide a little information on this, the coastal and marine spatial plans are being laid out as one integrated document, but it also allows for the document to be readily divided into 2, so they are in one document, but the components can be split up to be used separately by the respective agencies. The coastal component of the plan represents a suite of priority interventions and investments that can be undertaken in the coastal area to support a transition to a blue economy. Each national plan includes about 15 projects, which are expected to contribute to blue economy outcomes, such as economic growth, equitable development, environmental protection, climate resilience, and ocean governance. Next slide, please. For the marine spatial component plans, the available data for the nearshore area was satisfactory. There was quite a bit of information that was available for that area. However, available data for the area seaward of the continental shelf break to the outer limits of the EEZ was more limited compared to the nearshore areas. And as such, the area has been divided into the MSP has been divided into a nearshore area and an offshore area, and that's depicted in that diagram you see there for one of the member states. There's much more detail in the nearshore plan. It presents a zoning framework. However, the offshore plan presents a looser framework indicating the types of activities, future activities that could occur in that area, and the upscaling of some of the existing sectors such as fisheries, etc., and how that can occur. Next slide, please. Given the pandemic, we've had a number of challenges, especially given that marine spatial planning relies heavily on stakeholder engagements. The whole move to virtual engagements has been very restricting. It is not likely that we are reaching the everyday man on the street and engaging them and ensuring that they have inputs into these coastal and marine spatial plans. And therefore, we are considering, while we are preparing these, continuing to prepare these plans with stakeholder consultation through virtual means, we are considering these plans as more frameworks to really guide the governments in continuing the development of their coastal and marine spaces. And we're looking at these documents as living documents that will be enhanced over time as data becomes available for some of the areas that we didn't have. And then, you know, new and emergent issues come up, the document can be revised accordingly. Next slide, please. A lot of the products that I spoke of, especially in terms of the knowledge products and some of the documents that we have prepared under this project, are available on our webpage. And so please feel free for further information to go to that webpage. The URL is on the screen. You can access some of these products and download and go through them in a little more detail than I've presented here. Next slide, please. And thank you. And if you need to contact me, that's my contact information.